Boxing fans, what's good? All right, so man, this is a good fight, man. Lomachenko versus Richard Commey. I think everybody that knows anything about boxing pretty much expects Lomachenko to win this fight, and he did. But one of the things that I've noticed about Lomachenko, if you look at my older videos that I've made about Lomachenko, is you see Lomachenko came up from 126. I feel like 135 is kind of like it's a reach for Loma. He's still doing really great on it, but every time you see him fighting somebody at 135, they just so, they just enormous, man. They're just bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? Just bigger than him. His last fight that when he lost and he lost all his belts, that he was just like homeboy was just way too big. And then even when he fought Linares, he won the fight, but you could tell that there's a bit of a struggle at 135. Even today, fighting Commey, you could see the struggle. It's not as easy as when he was at 130 or 126. So I like the fact that he's challenging himself and fighting at a bigger weight class, but it's obvious that, the weight class, the 135 weight class, he definitely is not going to 140. I think 135 is his limit. All these guys are just taller than him. And in some cases, the upper echelon of the weight class will probably be stronger than him, which is a problem. Now, he has very good movements, very quick hands, so that can help him, and that has helped him, as you can see in most of the fights. I just wonder what's going to happen when he starts fighting the likes of Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, and people like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely feel like Lomachenko is the best, is the most skillful fighter at 135. I don't know if he's the best. They're gonna have to fight each other to determine who the best is. But for me, he's my favorite fighter at 135, just based on the skill set, just based on what he can do in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So to me, he's my favorite fighter. I don't know if he's gonna be able to beat Davis, Haney, and people like that. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'm not saying they can beat him neither. I'm just saying we're going to have to see that fight to see who's the better fighter. But it's obvious that if you want to pick out a weakness in Lomachenko, the weakness would be that he will most likely be the smaller fighter when he's engaging people like Haney and Davis. Those guys they will pack a bigger punch. Well, Davis for sure will pack a bigger punch than Lomachenko. Now, this fight with Commey, it's a relatively easy fight. Like, Lomachenko was just doing too much. Commey is just not in his class, and I feel like Loma wasn't really pressing all that hard. Commey had his points where he was landing really good punches on Lomachenko, but at the end of the day, it was dominant. It was obvious who the winner was, and Lomachenko just had his way all through the fight. So, what did I learn from this? Nothing, because I expected Loma to win and he dominated. I still feel like Lomachenko is one of the top fighters in boxing, period, and definitely in 135. I still believe that if there's a rematch between him and Lopez, I will go for Lomachenko. But it's going to be a tough fight, and he has a lot of tough fight ahead of him. Lomachenko against Kambosos. I'll pick Lomachenko because I think they'll probably be around the same height. But, every other fight that he has at 135 is not going to be as easy as the fights he had at 130 and 126. But great night of boxing. Donaire is next on Showtime. You guys have a great time. Peace to your family. Peace to your household. Subscribe, like the videos, and let's talk about it. Leave a comment. What do you guys think about the fight? I enjoyed it, and I'm back to boxing. All right, peace.